Hey everyone, and welcome to The Explainer. If you are a recent tech grad in India and you are looking to kickstart your career with a global giant, then you are going to want to stick around. Today we are breaking down Accenture's new packaged app development associate role to figure out if it's the right move for you. So, are you on the hunt for that first big break in India's booming tech scene? Well, Accenture might just have something for you. Let's dive right into the details of their brand new associate role. Alright, first things first. Let's cover the high-level details so you know exactly what we are talking about right from the get-go. Okay, let's get straight to the good stuff. The company is, of course, Accenture. The role is Packaged App Development Associate, and it's specifically designed for freshers. We are talking 0 to 11 months of experience. The salary is expected to be somewhere between 3 and 7 lakhs per annum, which is a pretty solid starting point for an entry-level tech gig in India. So, does that sound interesting? You think this role might be for you? Well, hold on. Let's run through the eligibility requirements to make sure you tick all the right boxes. Okay, on the academic side, you'll need a degree in engineering, MCA or MSc. And you should have graduated sometime between 2020 and 2024. But here are two absolute deal breakers, so listen up. You cannot have any active backlogs when you apply, and you must have finished your degree without any gaps. They're pretty strict on this. Now, when it comes to your professional background, they're looking for someone with less than 23 months of full-time experience. And a quick heads up, if you've applied to Accenture recently, there's a 3-month cooling-off period before you can apply again. And of course, you'll need to be an Indian citizen or have the proper work permits. So, you are eligible. Awesome. But what does a packaged app development associate actually do all day? Let's take a look at the core mission. At its heart, your job is to handle the entire life cycle of an application. You are not just a coder stuck in a corner. Nope. You'll be designing, building, testing, and supporting solutions that solve real-world business problems, from the first sketch to the final product. So what does that really look like? Well, you'll need to understand what the business is trying to achieve, keep an eye on new tech trends, and figure out how to build them into your work. You'll also be developing automation, helping customers when things go wrong, and ultimately, you'll be the one taking ownership to make sure the solution actually works. Okay, stop and pay close attention to this one, because it's a potential deal breaker. This role requires some serious flexibility. You have to be willing to relocate anywhere in India, and you might have to work in 24/7 shifts depending on the project. This is a big one to think about before you apply. Still here? Ready to take on the challenge? Perfect. The next step is a 4-stage assessment process that's designed to test you from every angle. Let's walk through what you can expect. The whole process has 4 main parts. First up is a mandatory mock assessment. Don't worry, it's just a 20-minute practice run to make sure your system is good to go. After that come the 3 main events: a big cognitive and technical test, a hands-on coding assessment, and finally a communication assessment. Let's dig into that first major test. It's 90 minutes with 90 questions. 50 of those questions are cognitive. They'll test your English skills, critical thinking, and abstract reasoning. The other 40 questions are technical, and they cover the fundamentals, things like MS Office, pseudocode, and the basics of networking, security, and cloud. Next up, the coding assessment. You get 45 minutes to solve the coding problems. And here's the best part. You get to pick your weapon of choice. You can code in Java, Python, C, C++, or .NET. This is awesome because it lets you play to your strengths. And the final hurdle is all about communication. This isn't just about whether you can speak English, it's about how well you speak it. They're going to be looking at your grammar, the range of your vocabulary, how smoothly you speak, and how clearly you pronounce your words. Alright, if you've made it this far and you are thinking, yes, this is for me, then let's get down to the nitty-gritty, how to actually apply. The process is super straightforward. Just head over to Accenture's career page and find the application link. You'll need to create an account if you don't have one, fill out the form carefully, and upload any documents they ask for. And then, and this is the most important step, please double-check everything for accuracy before you hit that submit button. So there you have it, the role, the requirements, the challenges, and the exact steps to apply. We've laid all the cards on the table. Now the only question left is the one right there on your screen. Is this your next career move?